Hello, and welcome to Blood on the Clocktower. This is an afternoon game. We are playing a Homebrew script, which most of the people here have not played a lot of Homebrew, so it should be interesting. Playing Jack and the Beanstalk. And I'll show you the roles that are in the game. From what I understand, this is a relatively straightforward one, kind of like the Orville Space Station one, but I actually haven't played it, and I've just been reading the rules here. I am the Magic Harp, which is an outsider. If I die by execution, a living good player becomes evil, which is actually quite interesting, because I can't make myself evil, because it'll happen when I die, and I am good, so unless I become evil, it does not benefit me. It's not like the Goon, where I can become evil, or the Mephit, where I can become evil. It's just literally, like, yeah. So ideally, I would not die by execution. And that's really all I know. I guess I'll talk about the demons that I've read. There's the left head and the right head, which is just a two-headed demon. They would both pick the kills and both need to die for good to win. There's the Colossus, which will not die unless at least as many living players, less than the number of living players, you don't die. So apparently there's quite a few roles that make it so that people don't die. So it's not going to be super obvious that it's the Colossus, which basically will force people to use dead votes to kill the Colossus. However, you better be right that it's the Colossus if you do that, because you start using up your dead votes. Yep, I think that's about all I have to talk about. I'll see you in the game.
Hey guys, just making my round. Steven, do you got any questions? I know you've played before.
No, actually I haven't.
You haven't played this one? Oh, sorry, I thought you did.
No, it's okay. I don't have any questions that aren't troll questions, so I guess I'll forego that.
Yeah.
All right, bye guys.
See ya. I've been cheated. My 30 seconds was stolen from me.
Yeah.
All right, folks. So, you guys climbed a beanstalk because you're dumb and you bought some beans, and you didn't sell your cow, and there's something trying to kill you. Yeah. Anyways, I'm going to give you guys 11 minutes to go talk since it's a new script. I will be in my Storyteller lounge if anybody needs to come talk to me. Okay. Or have any questions?
Blake, I desperately need to speak to you.
I definitely can't do that yet.
We can, absolutely.
You're not worried about
Absolutely not.
What?
That's silly.
Caliber.
Come on. Well, I will talk to you today, maybe, but I need to talk to I want to talk to Jed first.
All right. Well, would anybody else that's not my neighbor like to talk to me?
I think I will talk to my neighbor.
Jed, I'll join your room.
As you have a neighbor, would you like to talk to me?
You? Yeah, sure. I'll talk to you.
I guess we're neighbors land.
Yeah, no, let's do it.
You're the only neighbor in this room. Do you want to have a chat?
My room.
You want to talk?
All
right, Nick, I'm going to my place because it's higher up.
Yeah, Stephen, I'm happy to talk to you. Do you want to talk?
Liz, you want to talk to me? We're neighbors. We might as well.
I think Nick went to his room. Okay.
Okay, come.
Oh. Hey, you dude. So, you would appear to be my neighbor.
We are, in fact, neighbors.
And I'm far too cowardly to be the first one to break ranks, just in case.
Don't you like drinking?
Yeah, but not today. So, have you got any information you're happy to share?
I do not.
Fair enough. Well, I will share that I am townsfolk and not an info role.
I will share that I am not.
You are not. You are not what?
You made a statement, and then I cannot make that statement, so I am not what you stated.
Ah. Okie dokie. Awesome. Okie dokie. I'm going to go try and speak to my other neighbour.
I'll have you know that this game is going to be pretty wretched if we just whisper to neighbors, because there's only so long that you're going to talk to me before you get sick of talking to me.
Nah, it's always good to talk to you, dude. But we'll only have so much information if we do that, which is a bigger problem.
All right, thanks.
Nick, do you want to chat?
Hmm?
Want to chat?
Has anyone else broken ranks? Okay. Whose room should we go to?
I'll go to your room. You can go to my room.
Yours is higher up.
Sure. Go to my room.
Yeah, everybody. George and Ole has broken the chain also. Huh? I think we can talk safe here without being neighbors. Or you don't want to talk? Or
Well, I would. Well, it's complicated.
oh, Helen.
Oh God, tired. This is what happens when you go to bed at 6 in the morning and get up at 2.
Not good. George, would you like to talk?
Always.
Awesome.
Yes, sir. Do you want to talk?
I'm going to my room.
Okay. Hello.
Hello, hello, hello.
Sorry. Hello.
Yeah.
I always like to start with videos.
What do you got?
What don't I got? Is the question.
You got the good stuff?
Oh, honestly, compared to some of the other cool stuff on here, not really. I mean, kind of. I guess each of these characters is kind of cool in their own way, but mine's. I mean, I won't be against dying halfway through the game. You know.
You're a good kill.
If there's really nothing better, I mean, I don't know. I think I'm not helping too much, and I'm potentially helping the evil team if used wrong. So 50-50. But you know, I quite like the look of. I mean, I'm not the Pigeoneer, I'll give you that, but I quite like the look of that. That sounds interesting to me.
You like what?
The Pigeoneer.
Yes. Yeah, that is cool.
Is there any reason you wanted to talk to me specifically, or just to check?
Yes.
In? Okay. So I'm not your neighbor.
Yes.
Okay. Are you trying to get someone either towel? Are you trying to get someone drunk?
I am your grandmother, and I do not know your role.
Incredible. Again. I'm not evil this time, though. That's the thing.
Well, anyway,
this was productive. I really enjoyed this.
Is not productive.
See you later.
see you.
What up, Steven?
Well, I would like to die at night, so I'm just figuring that probably the roles that visit you during the day are the powerful roles. So I'm here just to kind of, you know,
I mean,
possibly.
in all reality, like all the townsfolk roles are like uber powerful.
Okay. Well, it's unfortunate that I am not a townsfolk role because I am not uber powerful.
You know, here's the problem with your. Oh, I shouldn't probably give you advice. Never mind, because you're playing a game, and I shouldn't tell you.
Well, you could give him advice on his role. I have no problem with that.
Well, I was just thinking, if you're coming here to die at night, and if there is a peddler in play, and they see you in here thinking that you need protection, and they send you beans, they might be like, "Oh, let me send you some beans." And then when you don't accept them, they're going to think you're sus and try to kill you during the day.
Dude, I don't even know what you're talking about. The peddler?
But why would you not take the beans? I guess unless you just really aren't sus and and you don't want to lose your ability.
Oh, that's interesting.
Like
Good.
the knight. The knight wouldn't take the beans because they don't need to. Because they can't die during the night.
If they accept the trade, they lose their ability until dusk.
I guess the knight can die during the day. So the knight would accept it if they thought they were going to die by execution.
All right. Well, thanks for the visit. I'll head out in case there's anybody that really wants to talk to you.
Yeah, that's true.
No.
Oh, he's just gone. I'm joining his room.
It's Chris. Yeah, and Elliot.
Yahoo and Nick.
It's a very odd game, this one.
So how does, if we got that role in the game, how does the drunk player work? Is it, he's got to be a townsfolk who spoke to someone other than their neighbour, I assume. So if you don't speak to someone other than a neighbour, you're safe. And by speak, I assume we mean whisper.
Yeah,
Stephen,
I believe basically everybody that speaks to somebody other than their neighbor will get a mark, and then if that role is in play, and then one of those people at random will be drunk.
And we don't know who.
Yeah, but I'm assuming me talking to someone in the main room doesn't count.
Yeah, I would think so.
Yeah, it really can. Otherwise, it would get. I know where it comes from, but it would get really confusing if the storyteller has to work out who's talking to whom when we're all here together. Steve, do you want to talk?
Sure.
Only because you're a neighbour. My room.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, I'd rather you weren't my neighbor, and then I'd want to talk to you.
Yeah, I just want to say, as far as I'm concerned, I'm not your neighbour. Just because we're sitting together doesn't make us neighbours. No, I mean, I'm not sure quite what to say. I don't want to be drunk tonight is the big thing.
I want to be drunk perpetually.
Yeah. Are you saying you got one of the bad outsider rules or something?
I am The
Well,
magic.
it's only
The
it's only a
magic.
townsfolk.
The magic harp.
Okay, but outsiders can't be affected. It says townsfolk.
Oh, well then I guess it doesn't even matter. This whole thing was for nothing. Oh well.
Yeah. Are you actually being honest here, or are you just playing one of these games like you did on Monday, where you try and be totally chaotic and then hope we believe you last minute?
No, I've told nobody anything. Because here's the thing about my role is literally, the only thing that it does is when I die, somebody becomes on my opponent's team. So it's a strictly terrible role. There's nothing about it that I
Yeah.
can manipulate to make good.
So what made you tell me?
I don't know. I sometimes tell people, sometimes I don't. I didn't tell anybody. I think based on the fact that you didn't want to whisper, I was buying that made you good.
Okay.
I
yeah,
realize
that makes sense.
it's very, flaky because obviously, people can bluff at things that aren't true.
And the other thing I don't love about everyone speaking to non-neighbours Thursday is evil's got far more need, I think, to speak to non-neighbours early on than good does.
That is interesting.
And I do like to almost force evil players to decide what they're bluffing as before they know what bluff rolls are in the game.
Well, I will say that I personally don't watch who whispers with who, because I think it's super cheap to be like, oh, well, these people whispered first, so they're clearly evil.
I think it's fair game because you can see it.
Yeah, it is fair game. I'm just saying it's not my playstyle. Like, I literally pay no mind to it. Now, if somebody else mentions it, then I might, take it into account, but that's not how I play the game whatsoever.
I would love to take it into account. I just can't, unless I do nothing else all day other than know who speaks to whom. I just can't pull it off. I've tried before.
Player, never mind.
No.
I got it.
I don't count. I'm
very
everybody's
paranoid. Just paranoid.
I'm Mr. Rogers. I'm everybody's neighbor. All right.
Got it.
All right, guys. So that is that for Whispers. Nominations are open. You guys have fun trying to get down the beanstalk.
I nominate Lynn.
Ned nominates Lynn.
Lynn.
Ned, your reason for nomination?
Holy shit! Really? Like, calm down, people. Like,
My reasoning is she's a good kill. She actually desired to die, so I'm fulfilling a wish. I'm going to vote for her because it'll benefit the town greatly if she does perish. I'm sorry.
It will, and I assume if you don't vote on me, you're evil, and I will mark you as evil. So keep that in mind. So you better all just vote.
I claim my seat.
You want a full house?
I want every single one of you to vote.
Given the botanist's ability, do we really want everyone, or do we just want like 2/3 of the people to vote for you?
I want at least, how many players this? I want at least 8 votes on this.
But
Thank
why?
you.
That's 7.
So desperate.
What does the botanist have to do
I
with
want to die. Just let me die.
Why does the botanist
Thank
care
you.
about votes?
You each night you learn how many evil players voted today.
If the demon kills you.
I don't get.
No, the botanist just says each night you learn how many evil players voted today. That's all it says.
That's not what it says on mine.
Each of your neighbors learns one.
Hey guys, hold on.
No.
Hold on. Sorry. Elliot, to clarify, that's the botanist from Orbital Station. That's not the botanist from this script.
Transport showing wrong.
So I will clarify. The website that we use isn't perfect, and if you have previously loaded a script with a different name in the same metadata, it'll often show you the role from a different script. So if you're seeing the botanist from the orbital space station, it sucks to be you.
That's weird because it's showing it correctly on mine.
Maybe it
So,
reflects
yeah,
the page or something. Or
just
might be
FYI,
tricky, so.
the botanist reads, if the demon kills you, each of your neighbors learns one of the 3 rolls shown to the demon at the start of the game. That's the botanist in this script. Anyways, all right, so I'm going to start the countdown. Here we go. And I'm going to make this go fast.
Yeah, we've played games before where we played a roll completely wrong because of that. Like, we all...
Interesting.
And then there was another
Why did
game...
Elliot not vote on me? That's rude.
Didn't matter.
All right, so 11 votes is enough.
Elliot, you're unmuted. You're muted.
I marked him evil.
Yeah, A, I knew you weren't going to need my vote, and B, was trying to change browsers to see if I can get the right roles to show up.
Oh, I'm sure you were, yeah.
Lynn, what did you claim? I'm slow on this.
I don't get
I don't
why
think
you.
you're slow. I just think you're trying to bait. I'll say tomorrow.
All right,
No,
with
you still
that,
think I'm evil? I love it.
Lynn has died. And for the roles that matter with dusk, now is dusk. And so I'm opening breakout rooms. Everybody go to your room.
Hey.
All right, everybody is back in the night.
I have another dryer that's for that, because that's not the right one, and I'll ask him if he has this.
Sorry about that. In the night, you learned that somebody snuck away and they tried to get down the beanstalk, but they slipped and they fell all the way down. They went splat on their head, and Jed is dead. I will open the breakout rooms, and you guys have 9 minutes.
Ned, let's talk.
Okay.
No, he slipped because he doesn't know how to climb. Sorry, dude.
Lynn, I'm just putting
Thank
out there
you.
that I would also like to talk to you.
Lynn, I want to talk to you.
Well, I got
Well,
it
all you
first.
guys
Hello,
come
do you
into
wanna
my
have a quick
room, okay?
Yeah.
All you guys come into
I'm only.
And you don't mind jumping
And can we
room
chat, please?
neighbors?
I did it last
Come
time.
into my room, all
Shall
of
we
you.
get to
Anyone
yours?
that wants to talk to me, come
Yeah.
to my room.
I'm only talking to neighbours again.
The very end, though, after they all leave.
Mhm.
Are we getting a TED Talk?
I guess so.
A Ned talk, yes.
A Ned
No.
Talk.
No. Nope, nope, nope.
Oh, shit,
Looks
my
like it's
mom's
just the
here.
3 of us.
I thought
I thought
Blake was
someone else
coming.
asked.
Blake, I thought was coming.
I
But yeah,
believe I
think
heard
Blake
Blake
was-
say he's going to continue to only talk to neighbors.
Oh, okay.
I could have sworn I
Thought you
heard
said he
someone
was
saying
gonna come.
Lynn. I thought I heard him scream her name.
I don't know.
Oh, maybe he wants me to come because if I'm dead, it doesn't matter, right? If I go visit him, is that it or no? Whatever.
I
it
don't
doesn't matter. Come
Um,
on, I think everyone. Well, Ned knows what I am, but I think you, Steven, you visited the Storyteller. Like, are you a minion?
No. No, so I have a theory about what you are, and I don't. Yeah.
What do you think I am?
Well, the only thing I can think of that you would be and want to die is the golden goose.
That would be me. Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. I just figure it's better to take me out of the equation before a minion can act twice.
right.
So are you confident that Ned is good?
I think Ned's good.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you feel that way?
He told me his roll day one, so unless he's the friggin' demon, I doubt he's a minion. But
Okay, well, I'll just share here since Ned is in the room. I was planning to share with you because I believe you're good. And if you think Ned is good, then I guess you're ingratiated into my circle of trust, like it or not. I am the magic harp, which means that I want to die at night. I do not want to be executed.
Right. Okay.
oh, okay.
So
Damn.
my 3 for 3 is going to be explorer, Curist, and Dryad, because all three of those are powerful rules that would want the demon to kill, and two of them talk to the Storyteller, which is why I'm talking to the Storyteller.
Well, interesting that you chose one of those three.
Yeah, it is.
Why?
Because I am one of those three.
Yeah.
Oh, which one are you, the Dryad?
No.
No. I know who the Dryad is, though.
Really?
Yeah. No, I'm Explorer.
Okay. So you're getting interesting hints about people.
Well, that's the thing. Is in my mind, the explanation would be I go to the Storyteller. He'd tell me a fact about one of the neighbors based on the number I picked, but I wouldn't know which one it would apply to.
Yeah, so like if you picked one,
But
you
that's
wouldn't
not what
know
he
if you were
did.
learning about Jed or Lynn.
That's not what he did, though. He specifically said Lynn's name and gave me a factoid, and I'm like, oh, okay. I didn't know it was going to be that specific.
I don't think it's supposed to be.
I don't think it is either, but that's what he did.
Yeah, I thought it was really specific. He just came out and said, "Yeah, Lynn's an outsider."
Lynn's an outsider, and I was kind of like, well, I already talked to her, and I knew that one already. So, all right. Well, I'll see what he says today.
Okay, very good.
Okay, yeah, that makes. I think we shared everything in here. We're good,
Sounds
right?
good. Yep.
Yeah.
All right, thanks.
Okay.
Oh, and Ned,
yeah.
I could actually we could swap information so that I can bluff your role plausibly and get killed maybe.
Okay. Well.
That's a good idea, actually.
Okay, so day one I picked. Well,
Lynn and learn outsider.
Lynn. So you have to pick a number that would apply to her.
Yep. Okay, very good.
And then I'll find out from Trey what I get. Okay. All right.
Sounds good.
All right.
Steve,
Lynn.
Blake, where you want to talk?
We can join your room.
All right.
Can we talk to dead persons without it as our neighbors? I don't think so.
I don't think so, but it's worth the risk for me.
Yeah, but why don't you just say it?
Okay.
Steve? Steve, are you there?
I am here.
Want to talk?
No. Yeah, I'll talk to you. I don't care.
Are you?
Ned, do you want to chat? It's Laura.
Oh yeah.
Elliot, are we talking or not?
Well.
Yeah.
I really need to talk to Trey, but okay, yeah, that'll be good.
Okay, go ahead. No, if you want to go talk to Trey, that's fine.
No, he's occupied.
Occupido.
I'm assuming Lynn's the golden goose, and that's why what happened.
So I got a hint that would indicate that. I'm the explorer. And so I gave 3, which would point to Lynn, and then my clue is outsider.
Well, you don't know which way around it went.
Yeah, so it could have been for Lynn or for Laura.
Yeah. In some ways, if you do, I suppose the trouble with 3 is it could end up back on you or it ends up on play. But yeah,
what?
I mean, I can't work out apart from the golden goose who would actively want to die early.
Yeah, that was exactly. I mean, that's pretty much obvious. I think.
Yeah, I don't understand why she cared about getting 12 votes rather than say 10.
Oh.
Okay, no, that makes sense.
I have you marked as evil.
I am not evil.
Well, then tell me your role.
I mean, I'm not sure you're good.
I am.
You told me 2 different roles you are.
When did I tell you 2 different roles?
Yesterday you told me you were the magic harp and that's why you wanted to talk to someone to become drunk.
Oh. That's why, well, first of all, that doesn't work because I'm an outsider, not a townsfolk. And second of all, that's why I'm now telling you that I'm the explorer, which is a more powerful role. Because I'm hoping you're evil and you kill me. Please kill me.
Yeah, so are you really, Are you really a roll that wants to die?
Yeah, I want to die at night, not during the day.
Yeah, so you're awesome. No, so
So there are 2 outsiders in the script, so
yeah,
I think that's plausible. And I think Lynn is pretty much verified because I mean I didn't pour over the evil rolls, but typically speaking, evil rolls don't want to die.
what I would say is if you were an outsider, that rules out the Colossus.
How? Oh, because the Colossus removes one?
Yeah.
Okay. That's a good catch.
So yeah, if you are actually an outsider and bluffing on the Explorer, which is what I thought you were doing, because you being the Explorer made no sense to me at all.
Well, I forgot that I had told you the truth. So I was starting my bluff game of telling lies.
Yeah, no, I am sort of inclined to believe Magic Harp just because of how surprised you were when I mentioned it was only townsfolk.
Well, I also don't know why in the world. Well, I guess if I don't want to die, then I'd say I'm the Magic Harp. Anyway, I think I have other things I need to talk about unless there's other stuff here to happen.
No, that's helpful though. No, listen, okay. I don't think I should be the one to mention that I've heard there's another outsider, but if someone.
Well, I should definitely not be either. No. I don't think it's actually super important that it comes out early. Hopefully I die at night and then I can just share my information.
Yeah, or it'd be good that, say, Lynn knew that there was a second outsider in play, for instance. Okay, thanks.
Yeah. Where's your room? I'll go to you, Jed.
He isn't gonna fire regardless. What's up, Steven?
So I have a storyteller question.
What's up?
If I was the explorer and you were to give me well, I don't know. I don't really have a question. I'm just here bluffing. I was trying to come up with something interesting. I will make a comment though, because I did hear from the explorer that you validated who the clue was for, and I don't think you're supposed to do that. I think you already figured that out.
I told him something he already knew, so it doesn't matter. But no, I figured it out.
Yep, very good.
He got it.
Cool.
All right. Breakout rooms are ending, so
I'll see you later.
I haven't spoken to anyone, so.
Are you proud of that?
Oh, close in 20 seconds.
Nick, I'll talk to you tomorrow morning. Is that okay?
Nick is not here. Nick is in your room, Laura.
Well, I don't have any rooms available at the moment.
That's because breakout rooms are closed.
Maybe I was lucky to open it before it closed.
Yeah, if you have the list open before it closes, then you can see it until it closes.
Yeah.
Steven.
Yes, Blake?
Should we just
No, you know what you did.
What did I do?
No, you know.
I actually don't know.
It's okay, though.
I desperately need to lie to you, Blake.
Yeah.
Yeah, Stephen just isn't sure which of the many things he's done you're referring to.
Many crimes laid at his doorstep.
He knows what he did.
No, I actually don't.
Hey, Nick, we'll talk first thing tomorrow. Is that okay with you? Okay.
Yeah, it's no worries. We just managed to miss the boat.
Yep, we did.
All right, everybody. Nominations are open.
So I do have a suspicion of someone, but I have no evidence for it. It's just purely a social read. I'm not. Does anyone think it's worth going with it?
You can just say it
first. Yeah. First. Then we'll tell
I
you.
nominate Stephen.
I can't
nominate
trust you on this.
That's a mistake.
Bad kill.
Very, very bad kill.
Fair enough.
Well, I guess I have people speaking for me.
Yeah.
I'll just leave it at that.
I was about to say, technically, Nick can get his accusation in first if you would like one, Nick. But fair enough, it's a good one. Well,
given that some of the people down, I think I can trust. Yeah, no, fair game. Bad social read. That's why I was asking first, anyway.
Stephen, would you like to add anything to your defense?
Yeah, I am a bad kill.
Yeah. Does anybody want to add anything extra?
He's a bad kill.
I'll kill tonight. Don't worry
Yeah,
about
Blake, I believe Blake wants to kill me, but that's
no,
about it.
I didn't say. I just said I knew what you did.
Well, I don't know what I did.
All right, I'm going to start the countdown. It's going to start with
Dude,
Nick.
I do a lot of things. I never pay attention. It's such a waste of time.
Nick, I know exactly why you said what you said, and I was at one point feeling similarly, although I do agree with the general consensus about not killing Stephen.
Yeah.
He
well,
just plays so
big fat
chaotically.
no votes is not enough.
I love it when I'm given a good role and people will stick up for me. It's awesome. It's not evil.
Demons, come in.
Yeah, when you say good role, you mean a role that does a lot or a role that's on the good team?
He doesn't need to explain.
No, I'm joking when I say that. That wasn't a serious question.
Lynn, now that you have been executed, you said you were going to tell us today why you wanted to be killed?
I was the golden goose.
Okay. We talked about that.
Yeah.
I nominate Blake.
Why do you have to do that? Every game we play, werewolf, blood on the Clocktower.
Well, for the record, I don't believe I do it in every game. The reason I'm doing it is because when I was nominated, if half a dozen people spoke up for me, I'm just curious if half a dozen people will speak up for you.
I don't need
Bad
them
kill.
to listen.
Bad kill. I'll speak up.
Oh, thank you. Thanks. No, I didn't put my hand up for you because I didn't suspect you. I don't think you should kill me. I think that's really it. Don't kill me.
For information, I do trust Blake. I don't think this is a good kill.
I appreciate that.
All right, everybody, we'll start the vote. It's going to start with Ole Petter.
Laura, after our chat, I thought she definitely doesn't trust me. So I'm glad that you.
Blake's always a little bit suspicious, so I have my eye on him.
All right, no votes as well for Blake.
I trust you right now, Blake. That could change.
Fair. That's fair.
I don't like Nick personally, but that's just a read.
No, Nick is
Nothing
good.
personal.
Did you just say? Okay,
I
believe you said I don't like Nick personally. Nothing personal.
No.
I don't like Nick.
Hurt and offended him. I will go and say I'm a dreadful kill today.
No one asked.
I think I don't know. I don't like the vibe I get off of you, but whatever.
I can't confirm him.
Hey, Lynn, can I ask you a question about wanting to die? Is it just so that the minion couldn't guess you and have anything happen from there? Was that the logic there?
I think that's an easy, reasonable logic. Yes.
Yeah. You don't want the minion to have too much power.
That's what I thought. I just wanted
want that to set off.
I just wanted to clarify, make sure I wasn't missing anything.
Hello, are you saying you can confirm Nick is good?
Yes.
So is
Okay,
that
well,
illegal
I
too?
nominate Nick. I
All
nominate
right,
Nick.
Blake nominates Nick.
Why?
Well, speaking of social reads, I'm about 80% sure Nick is evil. He's this is my first game with him, but there's just a look in his eye. And also, I've talked to a few people. There's some information there that actually points to him being evil. So I'm also now a little nervous of Hele, but I think Nick should be the kill today.
Nick, do you want to say it yourself?
I don't particularly want to out myself at this point.
No.
I'm a bad kill. However, even if I wasn't a bad kill, you can't kill me today. The Peddler saw me last night.
You should
Who
try to
cares?
kill
We
you
try
then.
anyway.
Nope.
Well, what's wrong? What's wrong with validating that?
Yeah.
I think we should validate that, actually.
Yeah, actually, I do too.
Pertinent information. Well, see, you've been talking to Trey both days. Hella's been talking to Trey. They're not that many roles, and I know some of the other players who have claimed roles that talk to Trey. So I know they're not that many. So if you're verifying each other, I don't think that's good enough.
And to be honest, I am a bad use of an execution tonight. I've taken a magic bean.
If you can't die, then why you like?
Confirms
like
it confirms the
no,
peddler.
Because it'll be so.
but-
The
but
thing is,
can
I
you
couldn't
do-
care less if you. I couldn't care less. Except I would
You're
much rather be
fighting it.
off. We execute an evil person rather than fail to
So-
execute me.
Because the
Yeah,
day
yeah,
will end,
nothing
right?
else,
That's
no
the
issue.
point it's making. I think the day will end if we don't execute him. If we
I
choose, we don't.
think you're
All
failing
I-
to miss
all
the
I
point.
kinda wanted to talk.
Nick, as I see it, we don't really have any good nominees here. So the second best would be to then confirm that you can't be killed tonight.
Mm-hmm.
No, fair game.
Are you the Colossus, Nick?
I am not the Colossus. I am not evil. I am townsfolk, and I'm not an information role. I'm happy to put that out there.
Not an information role, but you go see Trey for what? Kicks?
Exceedingly good capes.
All right, I'm going to start.
Okay, you know what? I'm the Pigeoneer. I'm the Pigeoneer.
That's fine.
That's
Well, he
weird
can't
that
die,
you would
so, you know.
say
I can't
that.
die. I've been
But you
magic
can
bean.
die. That'd be fine.
You can still confirm
And
peddler.
and
right?
he sent a message to me, so that is why.
Yeah, I was assuming that was the case.
Did the
Well,
minions send the letters to the demon? That's kind of cool feature.
Oh, yeah, let's
I got a message. Are you evil? No. Are you evil? And that is a thing between
Who
me
else
and
did you
Nick,
send
so
a
I
message
knew
to
it
then?
was him. I knew it was him.
I've only had a chance to send a message to Hella so far, because I've taken the magic bean. I can't send a message today, come what may. I actually confirmed with Trey. I actually got that wrong when I went to speak to Trey. I thought it was effectively drunk, so that if under certain circumstances, I might have got it back. But no, I just don't have an ability. I just don't have the ability at all.
You before the I mean, yeah, it could have been run differently, but
Yeah.
you before the Peddler in the Night Order.
Peddler, you get the message in the night.
Is there a rules clarification that needs to be done?
That might be good.
So Pigeoneer acts before the Peddler, so at the time the Pigeoneer acts, they wouldn't have taken the magic bean.
Pigeoneer
Oh, Jed, you're brilliant.
Pigeoneer sent the question in the day, not the night.
So the Pigeoneer will give the message during the day, and the message will be delivered in the night.
And I did get a message.
And the
Oh, right, I see.
Pigeoneer
Okay.
acts before the Peddler.
And that is why I could clarify, Nick.
So hypothetically, if a Pigeoneer tried to send a message today, but they had the beans, the message would not be delivered tonight.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I didn't read that bit of it.
So we won't deliver any tonight.
So 7 is enough. So I will start a slow 10 count.
Wait, I have a question. I have a rule clarification really quickly. So if Nick visited the Storyteller today and gave you a message to deliver, it would still be delivered tonight, even if he dies.
No, because he hasn't his
He
ability.
has the beans. His ability is poisoned or
No,
how do you
it's
say it?
not poisoned.
Doesn't work.
That's what confused me. I have no ability after take the bean until.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And with that, Nick has been executed but does not die. Y'all go to your breakout room.
Felt like that night was a little longer.
Hmm.
I literally thought I'd died.
No, I think you were busy killing, George.
Let's
Did
just
you,
say
though?
that
Your mood's bad today, Lynn.
and things. Okay, so in the night, everybody learns that Blake has died. I will
I
open
tried,
breakout,
Blake. I tried.
and I'll give you guys 8 minutes.
Okay, Laura, shall we go to yours?
Yep, that'd be great.
Blake, can we talk?
Yeah, we can
I need to
talk.
talk too.
All right, I'm coming to you.
Wait, Ned, what were you saying? You wanted to talk?
I said I need to talk to you too, or
Okay,
both
let
of you.
me-
Either way.
I don't mind if Ned's a
okay.
part of that.
Do you want
Okay.
to
Yeah,
talk?
Ned, you can join.
All right. Whose room?
Blake's.
Can I come too?
I'm fine with that.
I'm fine with that.
Okay. You're
I don't actually know anything about you, but they all seem to like you.
Why
Damn
have
it, I tried so hard
I
to
know.
put suspicion on you.
I know
I've
the
messed
problem.
up.
How'd you mess up, Ned?
Well, reading the description of the Explorer, it says pick a number. The token moves that number of spaces on either direction, and you learn something from the Storyteller. I was under the impression that the next night I would pick somebody, it would move, the token would then move from the person I picked the first night in either direction, like it continues to circulate. That's not the case. So the information I got yesterday, I was applying to people that it didn't apply to.
So I think what happened, I just based on what happened yesterday, because I didn't read through all the roles, unfortunately. I think we might have the Bone Baker in play, and I think they killed Jed night 1, which then would have poisoned me. And so the information I had that when I picked George, that one of his neighbors he shared alignment with could have been poison info.
I'm wondering, that sounds good, but I'm wondering because, well, no, I've 2 outsiders here, and I've heard of a potential third, and that's making me wonder. Just wonder, because the only thing it adds one is a sovereign. But the Bonebreaker actually sounds more logical. Bonebaker, sorry.
Yeah.
So, Blake, what are you?
Which would mean tonight either Ole Petter, or Ned would be poisoned. So whatever you learned this
Tomorrow.
night,
Oh.
and I think it's the night that they kill. So like, because the demon killed me, and so anything that happened after that between you or Ole Petter could be poisoned, I think.
So,
I think.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so. I would also like to put out there, so I don't know what you are, but in my opinion, if Nick is actually the Pigeoneer, he would have been the obvious kill. The fact that he didn't die makes me think he's evil.
Yeah.
And there's also a role in this script.
Listen.
Yeah.
I picked when I thought the token stopped at Lynn, because that's the information I got. And so I picked a number based on where the token was at Lynn, and I picked 3, which meant I was getting information about Stephen or Blake. And the information I got was they accepted the magic beans. So then all this thing happened with Nick. So last night I asked Trey, I was like, wait a minute. I was like, when I'm picking a number, it's going from the last place the token was, right? Or is it resetting? He's like, no, it always starts with you. I was like, it resets every night, which it doesn't say anything about that in the description. So I got information based on Nick, which was true.
Yep.
He accepted magic beans.
Well, the question is, but he could be good and accepted the magic beans.
Or evil and accepted too.
That's what I meant. He could be evil. Like, that doesn't validate that he's not evil.
That's true. That's true.
Well, and I will say, though, to be fair, Stephen, you also claimed you were a very important role, and they did not kill you. I didn't claim anything, and they killed me. So
yeah, well, and they may know enough information that they don't actually care what we're saying. That they already know who they're killing.
Well, I'm just pointing it out that if Nick should have been a good kill. So
I
should
think
Steven.
Steven, it's okay if you say your role to Blake. I think it's fine.
So I am the magic harp, and I want to die at night because if the town kills me, then somebody is permanently poisoned. Or no, turns evil. A living player, a living good player becomes evil.
Can I ask a question to you guys? How do you feel about Laura?
Oh, she's always sneaky.
I don't know
The
anything
fact
about
that she said she trusted
her voting patterns and everything is erratic. And it could be because she just plays that way, which she does, so you can never tell.
I don't know. She seems different this game, but okay.
Yeah, the last time I played with her, she questioned everything. In this game, she was just like, okay, I trust Blake. And even though, I don't know, I am kind of sus on her.
Okay.
So there's another role that I would just like to draw attention to in case it's flying under the radar, which is the Trickster. Each night, choose a good character. You have that character's ability until dusks. So basically, roles that can validate actually can't validate because they could potentially be the Trickster.
Well, the thing is, it says they wouldn't even be, they would lose their ability. So if they had a night roll, especially if Storyteller did not come to them and they didn't die, then that means their ability just wasn't functioning at all.
Well, not everybody wakes up at night, though.
Well, no, but I'm just saying that's one way.
Yes.
Trickster, yeah.
Well, also, they could use any of the 3 bluff rolls, knowing that it's not affecting anyone. And also, like, for instance, the Magic Harp, no offense, Lynn, but if you were the Trickster, you could have picked Magic Harp and gotten yourself killed, because the only reason that anybody would do that is to be the Golden Goose, but you're actually just turned a good player evil.
Yeah, no. I actually wasn't even thinking about that at all, but now that you brought that up, you could actually thought of that idea. I didn't even think of that. I don't think my brain goes beyond that scope.
Well, is there any reason why they're killing in a circle? They just killed Jed, then they just killed me. You know.
I know. I think Ned's next.
Well, I need to talk to Trey. I picked, since now I know it resets back to me every single damn time. I picked 5, so I'm getting information on Elliot or Laura.
I would do Laura, yeah.
Well, no, I don't get to pick, but whatever I get will apply to one or the other.
Blake, are you going to say anything about you?
I don't know that I should. Because again, I think I was poisoned the one night that I saw the one on George. So I don't think that's good. Ned's the only person I can for sure trust because of the night 0 pick. So
okay,
no,
I'm gonna
point.
head back since I'm talking.
Yeah, I need to talk.
Yeah, we'll go back.
Oh,
Sniff on who might be evil.
No, actually, I haven't spoken to that many.
Like, I wasn't trying to besmirch you. I was just saying.
Might be good.
No, I thought you knew my role.
No, I don't. That was what I was saying, and then you said I'm not saying anything.
I thought you were saying, am I going to say it publicly here is what I
No,
thought you were
I didn't
asking.
expect you to say anything here.
I would have told you my role.
Well, let's go back then.
Yeah,
I mean,
Blake, you want to talk?
Well, it is good to do because I want to fill the thing out so I can start figuring stuff out. I'm going back to my room.
I'll probably, well, I have to talk to Ole real quickly, you know.
Garbage.
I know. Yeah, we will join yes, your room.
I feel like you're stringing me along.
I'm not.
Saying that I would have, but I can't now.
Nick, did you want to talk?
Yeah. Yeah, if you want to come to yours.
Yeah, my room.
Your room? Okay.
Yeah, I don't know who it was, but I fully approve of stringing Stephen along.
Hey, Nick, can we talk? It appears that he left.
Yeah.
Hey, Jed, do you want to talk?
Yeah, that'd be good.
Your room?
Sure.
Okay.
I actually think this game is easier when you're dead. You can talk to whoever you want.
This particular script, yeah.
I think it's I don't like that role. I think it's yeah.
Well, it's an evil role. I don't think we're supposed to like it unless you're evil.
No, that's you're right. And I think it's it sets some limits on the game. And I don't like that.
My current thinking is I don't think we got a Colossus. And apart from that, I don't have a lot of thoughts, but the only place, as far as I'm concerned, I could put the left and right head is if Lizette's one of them.
So what did you say about me?
I said the only place on my grimoire I think I could put a left and right head, given what I believe, would be if you were one of them. Because I'm not saying I think you're that. I'm saying, but I've only got one spot where I've got pairs of people. So it's you.
Yeah, but that's why we haven't talked. So yeah, I can tell you I'm a townsfolk. So
yeah, and if you were the demon, what would you tell me you were?
Townsfolk.
And if you were a minion, what would you tell me you were?
A townsfolk, Elliot.
Yeah, and if you were any of the unclaimed
Man,
outsiders, you
it's
probably
a
would
really
as
quick
well.
whisper.
I know. I thought I had.
You should be
Same.
nice now. I'm a townsfolk.
Sure you are.
All right, folks. Nominations are open. Who dies today or who doesn't die today?
Well, we know Nick had the beans yesterday. Does anybody have the beans today?
I have the beans today.
Okay.
Yep.
Interesting.
Ola, do you stand by the 3 rolls that you gave me before on
Do I
day
stand
1?
by the 3 rolls that I gave you? I do stand by
No,
the
no,
3.
sorry. I was Ola.
Oh.
Yeah. No, I don't. I've hard claimed my role to Lisette, and it was not one of the 3 roles I claimed to you.
Pulling in that Adrian. Let's see.
I still suspect Nick.
Why?
Reads.
Okay.
Okay, that's fine.
I've put myself in a position where I can have Laura confirm me in addition to Hella, providing I'm not drunk or poisoned.
Don't think you're confirmed at all. I don't think just because you accepted beans makes you confirmed.
No.
No.
I use my power on Hella.
Yeah.
Why do you get like it's just but you're just confirming each other. It doesn't prove anything.
No, I know.
How it
This is
goes.
why I've sent a message to Laura today, so she can she'll be able to confirm
Of
me.
course, of all the people.
You could be the
Send one to me.
could be the trickster that's picking people's abilities for all I know. That's the thing. Like
Yeah.
Is there that ability?
Has anyone received a message last night? No, you got the bean, so there won't be. We'll find out tomorrow. If no one receives a message tonight, then we know that Nick was just borrowing that ability because you can only pick that ability, I think, once a game.
I don't think that. I think that that's not correct.
No, that's not correct.
Trey, rules clarification, please. If the Pigeoneer is drunk, will a message go through?
Depends on, it depends on what their status was at the time of sending the message.
Or we go to the wrong person.
If they were drunk when they were sending the message, would a message not go through at all, or would it just be a garbage message to the wrong person?
No, I'm not going to make up a message. It would either go or it wouldn't go, but that would be drunk does not mean it's definitively no. It still could go through, but I'm not making up a message.
So why would the Pigeoneer not die? Why would Blake die? I would.
Yeah.
Well, there is a
Going
thought.
both roles, I think Pigeoneer is more
There is
valuable.
a thought there, which is that he was confirmed, or at least saying he was drunk last night. They may have waited till today, knowing that he had no effect yesterday. I'm not speaking in his defense. I'm just saying that is a.
I know, I understand. I think he took an effect the previous night and up till execution time until dusk. That's my logic behind how it works.
Well, I don't think that's what Trey is saying.
Well, no, if he took the beans, then the message that he gave yesterday wouldn't have sent, right?
Yeah.
I have that right? Okay.
Yeah. To be honest, at first I thought it was drunk, so I was hoping somebody might undrunk me, and no. I totally misread that.
So no one has been turned into an outsider, have they?
Turned into? Is that a thing?
Yeah, so one of the minions, the miser. So if no one's been turned into an outsider, we can assume the miser isn't one of the minions.
Unless...
I'll take that as a no.
The thing is, there is a way we could have a miser in play and
Sovereign.
not have an outsider.
No,
we could have a maximum of 4 outsiders in this game.
Colossus, yeah. No?
Wait, how's that?
3.
Oh, that's sovereign answer. Yeah, but there still wouldn't be a miser if we believe an outsider has died. Then no one's been turned into an outsider, then there wouldn't be a miser. It would just mean we have minions.
Unless the outsider was, unless the miser was drunk when that happened or something, which is very unlikely.
Do you want to wait for that to happen? I don't know.
Okay, so I have a thought too. Somebody had said that they think maybe it's the Bonebreaker, If that's the case, then Ned or Ol Petter are poisoned, and the other one can't die. Perhaps we should try to kill one of them, because that would validate that that is the demon, which would be useful. However, if we pick the wrong one, it doesn't really validate anything.
No.
I'm just also on Ole. I mean,
Well-
he's telling me things that don't fully make sense.
So in that case, I would be either poisoned or I couldn't die as well, which, I mean, the second one doesn't do anything, I assume. So you could just be poisoned.
Jed, you're dead. Why? What are you talking about?
Because it says neighbors, and
I thought it was alive neighbors.
No, and I'm a neighbor.
Why? Yeah. Why would it matter if you're dead? You don't have any power.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, I think you're correct.
In terms of confirming Petter, he might just
So
be
at this
poisoned.
point,
might
yeah, with this
not
particular
die.
situation where Blake died and one of his neighbors is dead, it's not as useful. Well,
So
I guess we could still
just
technically
for
try
3
to kill Old
seconds.
Petter.
I don't think we should kill Ole.
Well, Hella, who do you think we should pick then? You don't like killing Nick, you don't like killing Old Petter, and those are the people we are suspecting, so.
Oh, that was me. I said I didn't think we should kill Ole. He had claimed me the first
Oh,
day.
sorry, Lizette. I'm sorry.
Yeah, sorry.
Sorry.
I'm not sure I trust Nick or Hella, so.
My gut feels is my gut feels is someone meet Old Petter, Lizette, Laura, Ray. I don't have much information on any of them.
All right. Well, I nominate Old
No, I
Petter.
only talked to my neighbors, so that's why.
Steven nominates. Did you say Ole Petter?
Yep.
All right. So Steven, your accusation.
Well, here's my logic: is he is one of the people that has suspicion on him, and he's also somebody that potentially couldn't die because of the demon type. So I think those converging things make it a useful kill. I mean, I don't know. It's possible that there's something better out there, but if he doesn't die, that confirms that it's the Bonebreaker, I think, and that would be useful even if it's not him. If that makes sense.
Yep.
Yeah, I think that's good logic.
It's worth saying as well, I don't know if this has any effect on your decision, but based on, I spoke to Olive first thing day one, and one of the ones he gave me in a 3 for 3 might also mean he doesn't die.
I'd just like to clarify something real quick, that just like in Orbital Station, it's the Bone Baker, not the Bone Breaker. So they get together with the security chef, and then they bake some bread.
Whatever.
I think actually, Bone Baker bones to make my bread. Got it. More sinister, if anything.
Security chef and the Bone Breaker, they get together.
Raven
Anyway.
Keeper.
Yeah.
I will
what
say,
sounds more sinister? Someone breaking a bone or someone actually taking it and
So
baking
I'm
it?
going to go ahead and start the voting here with. Well,
I don't-
Petter didn't even.
Yeah, I don't think he had a defense.
Yeah, I hadn't gotten to speak yet. So I'm a bad kill. I'm.
Nick, you're not seated.
We're all
send
bad
my,
kills.
Role to Lisette.
Everybody give
Yeah.
Petter the chance to talk.
Nick and Lynn is not seated. Just
okay.
for information.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, so I've told Lisette my role, and
Yeah.
I'm a bad kill.
He's a
And
bad kill.
I don't really want to tell my role, but I could tell one of other people, another person, next day, if you want to.
Kill him.
Confirms the demon. I think it's worth it.
Yep.
No, I believe him.
he refused to trust me, even though I had just died. He wouldn't give me anything, other than he trusted Lizette.
Yeah.
And then he just admitted to giving me a false 3 for 3 day one, which, okay,
But
but
that's a reason. So.
Well, and even if he doesn't die, I mean, that seems useful to learn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll start the countdown. It's going to start with Lizette. Here we go.
Interesting. The vote with Nick there.
I literally got back and had to claim my seat. I didn't have much.
Yeah, he wasn't in his seat. He had to claim it there.
Yeah, I always get out of my seat when I don't want to vote so that I can claim I wasn't seated.
I know, right? That's what I was gonna say. A lot of people do that.
We move on.
That's enough.
Lynn,
So
I will
Peddler,
say you better hope you're
Peddler
right because
on
you're pushing
the
this
chopping block
narrative.
with 5 votes.
Well, for the record, I'm not saying that I think he's evil.
I can
All
just
right,
tell.
well, I will
I hope
start
he
the countdown
does not
if we don't have
die.
the other nominee.
So what? Sorry, I was actually physically not in the room when we nominated Petter. Why are we nominating Petter?
To hopefully determine if it's the Bone Baker, because Blake died at night, and Ole Petter is one of his neighbors. So if he doesn't die, then that would validate the demon type.
Right.
That's assuming he's not night, right?
Yeah, he could be drunk or not able to die.
Right.
Trey, I have a question. So for the night roll, is that they can't die at all, both through execution and night death, or is it just killed by the demon?
It's until
For
dusk.
what?
So
For what?
Yeah, just the day kill, I think.
Oh, it's demon attacks. Okay, never mind. Never mind.
For what? Okay, you got it?
I got it.
All
We're
right.
good. We're good.
All right, and with that, Ole Petter has been executed, but does not die.
See?
Super. That's good.
Nice.
Open. Rooms are open, so scurry away, everybody. Go to your rooms.
Now, I will say that he said one of the rules that was in his 3 for 3 would also not die, so I don't know that it really validated anything.
Let me talk to you for a second.
I think he left.
Oh, did is everybody back? All right, so in the night you learned that Ole Petter has died. I will open breakout rooms and give everybody.
Actually kill somebody.
Do you
kill
want
them?
to talk?
Who, sorry?
Blake?
Me?
Ned, me or Ned?
My room?
Nick, I would like to speak to you.
Okay.
Okay. If you want to meet me in your room.
Sounds good.
Hey, Stephen, how's it going?
Hey, so, well, you are claiming to be the Pigeoneer, which it's super odd to me that you have not died, because that would seem to be a very easy validation rule. So my thought is that you're evil. I will point out that there is a minion that can masquerade as a townsfolk, the Trickster. Each night, choose a good character. You have that character's ability until dusk. Players with that character lose the ability while you have it. So the point is basically I would like you to send me a message because then I can either validate basically that this is happening and then bring you into my circle. Now it doesn't actually confirm that you are good, but if we can merge 2 trust circles, that seems like a good thing. So the message that I would like is the rain in Spain falls mainly on.
The rain in Spain falls mainly on.
Cool, that's the 7, and I'm sure that you're familiar with that phrase, because then it would be on the plane. However, that's more than 7 words. The point being that assuming that you're not the trickster, and you are evil, well, obviously you're not gonna get the actual Pigeoneer to work with you. So basically, either you're the trickster or you're the Pigeoneer. Now, that being said, there is another role in this script that can turn a townsfolk evil, so I suppose it is possible that you are the evil Pigeoneer. So that's another thing.
Yeah,
because
so I can give a suggestion of why I haven't been killed while being the Pigeoneer. Actually, I can think of 2 reasons. First, I don't know how many people have played this script before, so don't know how powerful the role is. I'm not really convinced how powerful my role is, to be honest. And secondly, there has been suspicion on me since day 2. I would be a great person for the evil to leave alive because they're suspicious on me.
Well, let's put it this way. If you can convince me that you're good, and we can merge our 2 trust circles, it seems like basically at that point we have isolated the evil team.
Yep.
So,
quick question. Do you trust Laura?
I know nothing about Laura.
Okay, no worries. She's who I messaged last night, so that could have been a way to prove me quicker, but no worries. Okay.
So what I would like to know, if you're willing to share, is what your trust circle consists of.
At present, George and Hella, really.
Because in my opinion, small trust circles speak of evil, because there are exactly 3 evil people, and your trust circle is exactly 3, and you may have just given me the evil team.
Fake dudes. I mean, to be honest, I also trust Laura, but I wouldn't say she's in the circle because she doesn't trust me yet.
So at this point, do you intend to send the message to me?
Yes. My next thing is to send that message to you.
Okay. Well, if that happens before you die, that would be phenomenal, because then I'll either have you as the Pigeoneer or the Trickster.
Yep. Well, or I'm drunk. Because that's the thing that Trey's done. If I'm drunk or poisoned, my roll just doesn't go off at all.
Well,
Hella
validated that it did happen, and you took the magic beans, which made you drunk. What else would make you drunk?
Well, no, because we're moving about. That can possibly happen.
Well, you're my neighbor, so just don't whisper to anyone that's not your neighbor.
It has to be. It's for 2 days and 2 nights.
That is true.
But I will try not to talk to people in the chat, so we can at least do it in the next couple of days.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
You definitely are. But that's okay, Steven.
Yeah, you want to talk?
A few people know my role, but I'm definitely not evil.
Okay. We'll join your room, Steven.
Sounds good.
Hella knows my role. I don't.
Steven.
What?
You know what you did.
No, I don't know what I do.
Tell me your role again, because I didn't actually put it in the grimoire.
Well, I don't know that you're good or evil.
You definitely do. I was killed night. I don't see a way that it would make sense to be killing off minions.
Well, I don't either, dude. But it's a confusing script, and I also don't know what it is that you think I did. If you're saying that you know what you did, then I should know what I did. So just tell me what it is that I did.
I will tell you as soon as you tell me your role, so I can put it in the grimoire, and I'll tell you everything that I know. I'm dead at this point. Like, what would it matter?
Well, I'm the magic harp, so if I'm executed, then somebody becomes evil. And if I literally tell a single evil person that, what?
Here's the problem, Steven. So now you have claimed. So Lynn claimed Golden Goose.
Yep.
You claimed magic harp, and there is a third outsider claim.
I did hear that, which it's not any of my concern that other people are lying. I believe that the third one is the liar, but.
Okay, so I'm gonna trust you for now, which I probably shouldn't do. I shouldn't, should I? It doesn't matter. My information's coming out. So I was the tapster. So night 0, I checked Jed and got a 2. So I knew that.
Hold on, I'm finding you. Okay, you're the
tapster.
I don't even know what that means.
I get to check a player and learn how many of their alive neighbors are their same alignment. So I checked Jed night 0 and got a 2. So I knew he and Ned were both good. And then I believe because Jed was killed that night, I got poisoned information night 1. I clicked on George and got a 1, which I believe definitely sure was poisoned information. So,
okay. Why do you think you were poisoned?
Because we know it's the Bone Baker now. So Jed was killed. So yeah, and I mean, after I cleared 2 people with my first night, why would
I don't actually know that it's 100% the Bone Baker, because somebody stated that Ole Petter had given a roll that couldn't die in and of its own right. I don't know that that's true or not, but that's what somebody said yesterday.
Which is what role?
I don't know, dude. I'm telling you, I don't know the script, but that is what somebody said. And I didn't have notes on who it was that said that.
He refused to tell me anything, so I
don't know anything about him either, other than the fact that I thought we should try to execute him. We tried to execute him. He didn't die, and then he died.
Yeah. So I mean, I think the Bone Baker. Oh yeah, I think the Bone Baker's in play, which now means Lizette or Ned are poisoned. So I think
no, that's not correct. Ned is not a part of the equation because it's his neighbors. So either you can't die or are poisoned, which is of no use since you're already dead. So basically, Lizette is poisoned or can't die. That's it.
Lizette, okay. Well,
based on the way I strictly interpret it, I suppose it is. So
why can't you come out and just beg for magic beans?
Well, you can't heal me. That's the thing. If I have the magic beans, then I can't die. So it doesn't actually fix the problem.
Good for them.
Ah. Yes.
All right, everybody. Nominations are open.
Can I get the floor for 2 seconds?
Yep.
Okay, 2 questions to town. Did anyone receive any magic beans yesterday or today at night?
No.
Is there no, not to know? Okay. My second question is, I heard of 3 outsiders, obviously including myself and 2 others. That is assuming one person is not lying, and if they're not lying, there is a sovereign in play. But one of my suspicions is claiming it to be an outsider. So just throwing that out there.
And one questionnaire. I didn't die when I got executed yesterday. As far as I can see, the only thing that could lead to that is the bone baker.
So it wasn't your ability that kept you alive.
I don't.
No, it wasn't my ability.
I'm going to say that I think that theory is out the window, actually.
Okay,
And
so
what
somebody's
is-
lying.
And why do you think Ola didn't die?
Well, I don't know. That I don't know. But I can say that if the theory of the bone baker is Oli doesn't die and I'm poisoned.
No, I would be poisoned.
Yeah, it's
No,
not.
you were dead.
It's not
No,
alive neighbors. It
Not
doesn't
alive neighbors,
spread.
it's
It's
just
just
neighbors.
explicitly the neighbors.
Oh, okay. I thought it had to be live like any other. Okay, never
Well,
mind.
you could ask.
Never mind. Never mind.
We could ask Trey that, but that's. I'm pretty sure it's just the neighbors.
Does not work like the empath. It
Got
is
it.
only neighbors, not
Got it.
living neighbors.
Got it. All right, then the theory holds up. Good.
Yeah. I
So
think
what do you think? I think someone's lying in the outsiders, the other 2
I agree.
outsiders.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I would like to execute the other person, not the one I trust more.
Well,
Well,
before you do that,
none of us know what that means, so you could just nominate that person.
well,
I can't.
I think there's
that's
more
right.
information.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Before,
Well, you could tell.
before anybody nominates, I think there's more information. Like, I'm curious if Lizette had maybe learned anything new that she wants to share.
Yeah, I got some information last night. Is it okay that I tell it?
Yeah.
Ola?
Yeah,
Oh,
okay.
but your name is not Ola Blake.
Yes.
Sorry, I thought you were
it's
asking the
okay.
group.
No, it's okay. I got some information that one of the bluff rolls is
You don't need to say the bluff roll.
the
you can-
Dryad.
That is, I don't believe that.
that's incorrect because I'm a
Maybe I
dryad.
could be drunk. If it's a bone baker, I could be drunk, but that was the information I got this night.
What was
I
it?
can al-
One of the bluff
Sorry?
rolls was, what was it?
A Dryad.
Okay.
I can
wait.
also I can also say that I am the Snoop, and I got the information that Ole was the botanist last night. So I got 2 informations.
The problem is you would have gotten that information whether you were the botanist or not, because I got that information, and that's why I was prompting you, because I learned that the Curist was a bluff roll. And I also have a hard claim on a Dryad that I, based on the information of my role, believe that they are telling the truth. So I think Lizette is not telling the truth.
Or is drunk.
Blake,
Or,
I mean, I know
I
someone who
am
is
telling
claiming
the truth,
Curist.
but one of
Yeah.
us is drunk, so I can get some wrong information.
Pertinent information here. Day 1, I had claimed to Lisette that I was the Jack.
The what?
The Jack.
Okay.
And I did not get killed until this night.
So it is true that Petter died in the night, so one of his neighbors would have been drunk.
Yeah, I could be drunk. I got the information.
So that makes sense.
So maybe I'm drunk. I don't know, but that's the information I got this night.
But if you're drunk, do you get bad information from other people?
I guess so.
I would interpret that it would be the botanist that would be drunk to give the, like, I would think that it wouldn't matter if you're drunk or not when you're receiving information.
That's actually true.
Why don't we just ask the question rather than guessing?
Yeah.
Can we get a real clarification, Trey?
What's actually the question, you guys? Because you guys understand that sometimes when I answer questions, I'm giving things away. So you have to answer it in a very, you have to ask your question.
So the question is, if if the neighbor of the botanist is poisoned, so like let's say old Peddler is the botanist and they were killed by the demon, and say Lizette was poisoned, would Lizette receive bad information, or is it the botanist itself that matters if they're poisoned?
She could potentially get bad information if she was poisoned.
Yes. Yeah. Okay.
But I would say I still got the information that he was a botanist, but on
yeah.
2 different times at the night.
And I have to say, if one bit where I am at the moment is either, I don't think Ola can be faking being the botanist because Blake also got information, and I think Lizette's information makes more sense to me than Blake's does. If I had to guess which one of the two, because we know one of them's was drunk, I think that's probably Blake's information.
Well, no, because I'm the dryad. Sorry, so that's definitely incorrect information.
I'd like to nominate Hella.
So then the curist is not the curist.
Right.
Whoever bluffed about
George
the curist
nominates
is
Hella.
bluffing.
All right, George, your accusation.
It's just a natural follow-on to what Blake was just about to say. I know that Hella was claiming curist, and if information, if information that we believe to be true is pointing that the curist is not in the game, then that's why I've nominated Hella.
Pertinent information.
That makes sense.
Pertinent information is
because if Jed is
And Ned
correct,
is
then here's
trying
the
to say
drive.
something. Ned is trying to say something.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
What I was gonna say is just I don't know if I should say my role, but let me just say I got information that Hella is not a townsfolk. So she's saying she's curious. That's a lie.
But I don't know what is it, but I am the curious, but I also said in town for the folks that were here that I think it's okay to kill me because I don't bring any good. Since if
I mean you could be a
trade, if I have went to trade each day and I did try to confirm Nick, but there you had taken the magical beans, so our plan kind of didn't work. I think there's too much a risk that I will just poison people, not poison people, make them drunk if I guess wrong. And we are getting down to not that many players, so I think actually it's okay to kill me. So I don't will, but I am the curist.
Yeah.
But
I'd say this.
I could just say, if I can say, we got some information, Beck and I, that it is the dryad who's dead and the curist who's alive. So I should think we should kill Hella, so that we're sure that we have killed a minion.
I'm not a minion. I'm the curist. But...
Oh no, but either you or Jet is, because one of us has to have the right information.
Yeah, that's okay. That's what I say. Kill me now, because then I won't bring trouble in the game later on.
The other thing I'll point out is that if old Peddler is the botanist and one of his neighbors is evil, then of course they can just, give a they could give bad information. They could be told something and then give not that information.
Yeah, that's correct. But
all right,
I can just say that I got the information that he was a botanist tonight because I'm the snoop.
So, Lizette, what is the bluff roll that you were given?
I don't have a bluff roll, Steve.
No, I'm not being smart. You said that you.
Super. I got the information that the dryad was a bluff roll.
Okay, thank you.
All right, so I'm going to start the 10 count because 7 is quite a lot. If anybody would like to add any nominations, speak now. Okay, and with that, Hella has been killed, and the game continues. So everybody go to your breakout rooms.
Well, we're dwindling down to 7. 2 kills left. We can skip a night. I don't think there's any protection. Oh, there's the execute and doesn't die, though. So we should continue to try to execute every day.
The rain in Spain falls mainly on. Yep.
Thanks.
You're welcome. You've been offered some beans. Would you like to accept the beans?
Let me think. That's until dusk, right?
Yeah, it's just.
Yeah, I'll take the beans. Do they learn if I took them?
No.
Okay.
Can I have the beans instead? Don't give them to him. I want them.
I swear, hey, Chris, I watched your video of Anton saying the beans. I want the beans. I want the beans. I was like, stop saying the word beans now. You need to stop saying it. Just stop. And then Jason's all like jumping out. He's like, I just wanted to say I wanted the beans. I didn't say that I needed to get the beans. And I was like, oh my God, this is stupid.
Okay, I'm turning this off.
All right, in the night, you learned that nobody has died.
Wonderful.
I'm going to give you guys 5 minutes.
Hey, Len, do you want to talk?
Got you, Ned.
Stephen, do you want to have a talk?
Sure.
You muted Len.
Elliot, can I chat with you?
Who said that?
Someone call.
I don't know.
Elliot, it was Laura.
Ned, can I talk to you?
Steven, can I join you guys?
Yeah.
Well, hold on. First of all, I said I wanted to talk to Lynn, and
I'll
then
come to your room.
Nick, and I think
Okay.
that multiple people now are expecting me.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, let's go to Lynn's room because I think that she thinks she's whispering to me.
Oh, just before you go, did you get my message?
I did. Is that all you wanted to say?
Well, now that you've got it, can you confirm your role?
Well, so I still don't know that you're good. Why don't you come to Lynn and we'll have a three-way about it because that's yep. Hey, were you waiting to talk to me? Well, oh, there, wonderful. Anyway, Lynn left just as I was coming. She went to my room. I'm going to my room now.
Okay.
And of course she'll be gone. It'll be wonderful. Lynn, don't bounce around. Of course. Lynn, are you here? Lynn, why are you bouncing?
He's a bouncer.
It's wonderful. Okay, Lynn and Nick are in the room. I'm going back to them.
As he came in, like, bam, I had clicked the button to go into his room.
My goodness, that didn't work well. So Lynn, here's the thing. I told Nick to send me the message. He did. So he's either the Pigeoneer or the Trickster. I gave him a specific message, and I got the message. So he's not drunk, and he's either the Trickster or the Pigeoneer. So I don't really know what that...
Okay, so I don't understand how you could still be alive being the Pigeoneer.
How many times have you two accused me of stuff?
Don't take offense to it.
No, what he's saying is...
I'm not taking offense, but...
What he's saying is that he is under suspicion. And when people are under suspicion, they don't die because they're hoping that the town will kill them.
Yeah.
I've actually been in that position before.
Okay, what do you think about Laura? I think Laura's 100% evil.
I'm not sure. I
don't know either. I don't know anything.
Laura's claiming outsider.
Yeah.
Yeah, if she's claiming outsider, she's not good. So yes. I have another piece of information, which is that I was offered the beans. So I don't know who it is that was the bean thing.
I can tell you.
Okay.
It's George.
Okay. Well, so he's confirmed in my book. The Peddler.
So then, like, he was the one that told me, he said, do you know of any outsiders? And George says, yes, other than me. And I said, who is it? And he says, Laura. And I'm like, oh, interesting, considering I know of another outsider. So, like, there's no way Laura's good. I'm sorry.
So I took the beans last night. I might be the reason there was no kill, which is fine because it does actually get us 3 kills. Because previously we had 2 kills left. But since there was no death at night, if we kill 3 times and it takes, then we get to kill 3 now. So I say we kill Laura and see what happens from there.
I agree, 100%.
Just to check, Stephen, sorry, are you happy to tell me what your role is? Because you've claimed outsider before to me. Is that still the case?
Yes.
The problem is that I do actually want to die, and if I tell an evil person, which you or Lynn could actually both be evil, it's not ruled out. So I really don't really want to tell anybody what my role is.
Like, I know your role, but I'm not gonna say anything. I haven't said anything to anybody about your role. So
Basically, let's put it this way. My role is of no use whatsoever to anybody. It's a garbage role.
As was mine. So
Yeah, and you're going to sit there and try to figure it out, but I'm telling you, it's like Pandora's box. Just leave it alone.
no. I want to go for Laura. Laura's
Yeah.
a really safe kill.
Now, the thing is, there could be 3. Is it possible for there to be 3
Yes,
outsiders?
if there's a sovereign in play, but I don't think it's a sovereign.
No, so there's only 2 outsiders.
Okay, so the other thing that I needed to be worked through now that you're confirmed-ish, you had given me your circle of trust, which was Hella and George. And George is now in my circle of trust, so I don't need that.
Yeah.
I do need to understand why Hella is in your circle of trust. Because like she's not automatically just brought into the family just because I think you are.
It's social needs. It was social needs.
Okay, so I don't know that I really want to do anything with that.
I don't like Lizette either, to be honest, but I want Laura dead.
Yep.
I suspected Laura from the beginning, and just on social, how she's playing. I know she's still talking to people, but there's a certain thing she's not doing that she usually does in games when she's good.
Okay.
I think the demon wears glasses.
Yeah. To answer your question, Ole, it wasn't. Oh, he's not here yet.
That's not helpful, Blake.
Oh, Laura.
All right, so nominations are open.
It wasn't me, Ole, that caused the no death. That's what.
Did anybody get
George
beans
is,
today?
George, is that your own?
Yeah, it wasn't me. No.
No, okay.
Steven, what were you?
Ned asked a question, I answered it.
Yep.
You're saying you accepted beans?
Oh, I was answering Ned. You shouldn't have been sussing my
that's
question
me.
out. How rude.
Yep.
Well, what was that the question?
The question was, are you constipated? And I raised my hand.
Okay, that's good to know.
No, it's not.
Okay. All right.
Did anyone get beans? Did we finish answering that?
Did anybody get beans yesterday either?
Yesterday? We don't know
I
yesterday.
did.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Who said that, Lynn? Was it you?
I got beans yesterday. A dead person got beans.
That's a little bit odd.
That's fine.
I understand the reasoning behind it now. At the time, I was a little confused when I got them.
Ruined.
It's kind of like Brody's commentary from the other night.
Sorry, Blake. I'm just trying to fill in my grimoire. Have you admitted what your role was yet?
To most people, to a few, but I'll come out. I was the Tapster.
Okie dokie.
So I guess I'll just share the night 0 information because I'm pretty sure I was poisoned night 1. So night 0, I checked Jed and I got a 2, which meant I and Ned were both townsfolk with Jed.
Okay.
Does the Peddler want to come out?
Yeah, we need to know who that it is because it's definitely a role in play.
Well, let's put it this way. I know who the Peddler is, and we won't execute them today, so that's not a risk.
Yeah, I also.
Well, there's no point in for me not to come out now. I'm the Peddler.
Okay.
Most people know. I'm pretty sure I've been doing the rounds telling everyone. So.
I just put that together when you said you'll spill the beans tomorrow.
Wow.
Well done. That's good.
I'm just going to say at this point, I've now got 3 people who can confirm I am the Pigeoneer.
Yeah.
3 people who've had messages which could not have come from anyone else.
So the problem is that one of the minions is probably the trickster. So.
Yep, that is a problem.
So one of those 2 roles could easily be the trickster.
Well, and unfortunately, I should have. Well, yeah, I should have, coulda, woulda. Anyway, I nominate Laura.
The one thing we do.
All right, Steven nominates Laura.
Elliot, maybe next
Steven,
time.
your accusation.
Well, I think that she's evil. I think that a lot of people think that, and if anybody else wants to chime in during pertinent information, maybe they can give a more compelling argument.
Laura, your defense.
Okay, so your argument is that you think I'm evil and you think other people can confirm that, but I've also been working pretty consistently with people that I know are confirmed good to confirm other people. I will just come out. I am the cursed horde, and I can give my information. So night 0, I chose one of my neighbors, Liz. Night 1, I chose Elliot because Elliot didn't vote for Lynn, and like I told a couple of people, the few times that I played with Lynn and she just like kill me on day 1, it's usually for a good reason. So when Elliot didn't vote, I thought that was kind of suspicious. Night 3, I was offered the beans and I took them. I was going to choose Helly at that time because I thought she might be evil. And then night 4, I chose Ned, and then night 5, I chose Steven. I'm kind of just choosing whoever now because better safe than sorry. That's all I got. So
You just want to list the names again once more?
yeah, totally. Night 0, I chose Liz. Night 1, I chose Elliot. Night 3, I was offered the beans and I took them, so I didn't choose anybody. Night 4, I chose Ned, and night 5, I chose you, Steven.
Okay.
George, are you going to vote for this?
I don't know. I'm so torn.
So as information was 3 people saying we're outsiders.
Yeah, that's
the
another
thing.
thing.
I don't know how
that's
much
a problem.
because if we trust, I trust Nick. Obviously, I think most people, a lot of people trust Nick because what he's saying. And I was working quite closely with Laura to try and confirm Nick. So I mean, I don't know if she was kind of forced into that situation. I suppose she could have declined the beans. But I don't know why she'd push so hard to work with kind of people who I see as good if she was bad, or unless she was trying to ingratiate herself. But
I've also claimed consistently all game. So there's been
How about that?
Yeah, I don't know. If
I don't know about that, Blake. I claimed to you.
No, I didn't say that. That wasn't me.
I said
that.
that.
That was Ned.
Yeah.
All right, folks, we're going to go ahead and start the vote on Laura, and it's going to start with Helen. Here we go.
Should get
I think
4.
4 people should vote. George.
No, I don't think so.
Don't make me use my dead
Yeah, Nick,
vote.
how come you're not voting?
Yeah. Huh.
Okay.
Overkill.
Sorry, Laura.
Well, another thing I'd like to say is that if Nick isn't the Pigeoneer, then he's a minion. Like, it's very unlikely he's a demon. That's the point.
The thing is, if
I can say that Lawrence told me the first night that she was an outsider. So
yeah, well,
I don't think she's the demon.
I'm gonna counter nominate Steven just because I actually don't know anything about him this entire game, and he has been working with people that I was not able to confirm as good through throwing out information.
Okay, Laura nominates Steven. Okay. You want to add anything to that accusation, Laura?
No.
Steven, your defense.
I am pretty sure that I'm not going to get enough votes here to die. Does anybody feel that I should defend myself, or?
I mean, I'd like to hear a bit more. I don't know who you are.
I don't think you have to, but
yeah,
if you've got the public behind you, that's fair.
Yeah, I think I'm going to leave it alone.
Like,
I see Elliot's hand. Elliot, I'll take your question.
Well, it's personal information because I didn't know we were allowed to ask questions. But just to say, day 1, Stephen did claim his role, and he also managed to get confused about what his role does and what he was doing in a way that means it's a very good bluff he set up from the beginning if he isn't really the role he says he is.
I'm not even sure if you're defending me or accusing me.
I'm defending.
I would say I was alone with the room here in I don't know what you call it, but where you are with Steven, and he didn't want to talk to me. I think it was a little bit odd.
That's fair.
We could have talked and got some information out without going to a room and having talked.
I'm going to start the countdown, and I'm going to start it with Nick. Here we go.
I think Lizette's evil too. I think they're the right and the left
You
head.
can say that. That's okay.
Well, I know.
I
That's
think
fine.
I think you're out. Yeah.
Well, I think it's the right and the left head thing.
Oh yeah. Well, but then it wouldn't be Vaughn Baker.
2 votes is not enough.
I'm sorry,
Do we have any other nominations?
I don't know exactly how the
I'm curious. Who
left head
who
works,
is
to be honest.
the other outsider claim? Because I've heard that there's 3 in this entire game.
I don't know. The Golden Goose and you are the only one I've heard of.
That's the only ones I've heard. The other outsider hasn't like outwardly claimed. So
I heard someone say it yesterday.
Yeah, I know. I've heard of it for
I know
the whole
of
game.
the outsider claims.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, I know of 3 outsider claims.
I know of 3.
Okay, and with that, Laura has died, and the game is over.
Yeah.
Congratulations to the good team.
Ah, I knew it.
Evil's wearing glasses.
I said Laura was evil at one game. I knew she was evil. I was calling it.
Wow, Evil. All right, so I'm going to mute you guys, and this has been a journey of a story to tell you guys. I will say this, that Evil was steamrolling everything until, I want to say, the last day. What happened last night. All right, so Laura, I know, is thoroughly confused because I guess she didn't talk to her fellow minion next to her, Lizette, because Lizette was protecting the knight every single time to redirect. So the kills for Blake and the kills for, who was the other one? For Peddler were my choice. Now, kind of Laura picked Blake because she picked Blake and then she changed her mind and chose Elliot, who was being redirected from Lizette. So let me share the grimoire here before I get too far ahead of myself. All right, so obviously I don't have a whole lot on there because I don't clear stuff up. Let's just start with Jed the Dryad. He was the one who died first night. Nothing really going on there. He wasn't too far away from a minion should he survive a little bit, but unfortunately he died early. Blake was our tapster who, yes, he picked Jed the first night and he got a 2. Blake, I forget who you picked the second night.
George, and you gave me a 1.
I gave you a 1 because I think at the time when, why did I give you a 1? You were being poisoned because Jed was killed. You were being poisoned and Ned was being protected because Laura is the bone baker. And so that was why you got a 1, which I will come back to Nick because Nick is actually evil. Peddler is the botanist. So this was an interesting in the timeline of things. All the evil was still alive, and it was looking like the suspicions were nowhere near on the evil team. And so when Peddler was killed, that was a choice by me. I'll come back to that because that was something that Hella was really trying to set off, and I kind of was helping her. That was me kind of helping back Hella's thing. Lizette was the Mistral, and she protected somebody night 1. It didn't matter, but then she kept picking Elliot over and over again. And Laura picked Elliot on the second night, and it was bounced to Blake, which the reason I picked Blake was because originally Laura picked Blake. And then as I was setting up tokens, she's like, no, I changed my mind. I want to pick Elliot. And I said, okay. And I just continued to keep doing my tokens on Blake. And then the next night, she picked Elliot again, and I bounced it to Ole Petter because at that time, I could have bounced it to Petter or I could have bounced it to Ned because Ned was the explorer and he was getting a whole lot of information from you guys for the town. And I went ahead and bounced it to Petter because Hella was the trickster. So let's talk about Hella because Hella probably had the most fun in this game altogether. She was the Wallflower on night 1, and she learned that sitting next to the Peddler was the Pigeoneer, and she found the Pigeoneer almost on day 1. So she knew that the Peddler was sitting next to him. Then she picked the Curist, who she was bluffing as. And she made Nick drunk. However, Nick was actually protected by the Beans, who was George's role anyway, so it didn't matter. That's why Nick didn't die. But then she figured, you know what? And that was when the day that Lynn was putting sus on Nick, and the fact that Hella was protecting Nick. So Hella goes, you know what? What if I'm the magic harp and I get killed during the day? So she became the magic harp, and nothing happened that day. However, when I chose to kill Ole, I told Blake that the Curist was a bluff roll, and I told Lizette that Dryad was a bluff roll because she was poisoned at the time, making her look a little bit odd. And so that way you guys knew that Curist, and the same day, Ned actually picked Ella he said 6 for his token, which would have pinpointed it. He knew it was Hella, and I told him that Hella wasn't a townsfolk. And so you guys executed Hella on that day, and she was the magic harp who turned Nick evil. Thus now making Steven, who is the actual magic harp, back in play. Unfortunately, fortunately for the good team, unfortunately for the bad team, George happened to give Steven the magic beans, who Laura picked last night. So Steven not dying really set things in motion on that last day where like evil, even though you just got a new person on your team, evil just sunk because then Blake came out and said it was Laura, and that was game over. George, and it's interesting because Ned was the explorer and George was the peddler. It seemed like no matter what number Ned picked, George had offered somebody in that circle the beans. So most of the information I was giving to Ned was this player accepted or was offered magic beans last night. So he knew that the beans were going around and who was being taken. And even Laura was accepted, Laura was given the magic beans on the second night, but she did not accept them so she could kill. And Ned even learned that she was offered them. So in Nick's defense, Nick was the Pigeoneer until the very last day when Hella died. Then he became evil for that last day. Lynn was the golden goose who killed herself off real quick, which was a smart move because it got rid of the golden goose. However, if the miser was in the game, that would have nerfed Ned or George immediately, making them one of the other outsiders, which for the new script, a lot of people just don't know all the roles and that was a possibility. Also, the Towler wasn't in the game, and I was surprised, like within 1 minute, somebody was already talking and not their neighbor. So that was a risky thing there. But anyways, that was your game. What did you guys think?
And I told you, Blake and Ned, conversation, Steven, I told all three of you, it's Laura. Guarantee it's Laura. I'm just going to say.
So I do have a question for Nick. When you became evil, was that yesterday morning?
Yeah.
And why did you just figured, well, this is already set in motion, I guess we'll just see it through?
Well, no. The thing is, I thought Hella was actually the magic harp. So I've now got 4 people in my head who are evil. So I was pointing at you and Laura as being evil.
Oh, you didn't even know who was evil?
Sorry?
You didn't even know who was evil?
No.
Okay. Well, I get your predicament.
So because I thought Hella was the magic harp, that said 4 outsiders. I knew there could only be 2. So in my head, you and Laura were evil. And if you were then voting on Laura, that was telling me that you were the demon. So I was backing up my demon as far as I saw it.
Well, ironically, yeah, I did actually see the trickster becoming the magic harp thing because I was the magic harp. So that was one thing I did understand. And I was like the whole game trying to figure out who the dang trickster was. And I was like, it could have been Lynn. Lynn could have gotten herself killed as the golden goose, but she was actually the trickster that was taking the magic harp ability. That was pretty good.
Yeah, I didn't think about that. The golden goose could potentially be the trickster bluffing as the golden goose. Yeah, I didn't think about that. And all of you missed it. The very first thing that came out was Ned goes, did somebody accept magic beans? Because he knew that somebody accepted magic beans because I told him. And Steven just raised his hand and everybody's like, Steven, what are you doing? And it's like the only person in this circle that knew that Steven was protected and heard that was Ned. Because Steven, and when Laura counterclaimed Steven, yeah, it was, you're not going to kill me anyways.
I was getting discouraged because we kept trying to kill off like people that were like either after me, either good, and then the demon was getting kills. I was like, okay, are we gonna actually kill off someone evil now? That's how I was getting a little worried.
We only needed 2 shots. That's all it took. Bam, bam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Steven, I can't believe you weren't my grandmother. You lied to me day one. I can't believe it.
Oh my God, George was good this game. I can't believe it.
But at least I can say to all those people who didn't trust me when I said I was the Pigeoneer and I was the townsfolk, I was 100% telling the truth.
Well, you were also working with the evil team, so there's that.
Only on the last man, I never claimed to be a
not
townsfolk.
until the last day, but yeah.
I have a question.
Oh, and Hella, are
Lisa.
you evil? No, are you evil? If you haven't seen No Rules Barred, and one of the latest videos, it was the 3rd Trouble Brewing script when they just shouted at each other for 2 minutes. Are you evil? No, are you evil? It's the funniest thing you have ever seen.
Lisette, I'm just wondering, when I claimed to be the Jack, what role did you think I was? Because I was quite sure that you weren't evil, especially when I got killed the third night.
I actually thought that you were Jack, but I kept it the first couple of nights before I told Laura. Because
I
it
was
didn't
planning
want to be
on killing
suspicious.
you. I was planning on killing you the night before day 5, but then it got bounced to you anyway, so.